All right.
Oh, good. It's not the trumpet anymore, but my phone vibrated on the desk. I was like, you'll see about that later. World.
So here we go. Original DS version Ni no Kuni.
Yay.
I love the excitement already.
I'm super pumped, can't you hear?
Looks kind of cool. Bitrate is kind of poor. Here, let me actually share the screen over Skype.
Won't that really mess with the bandwidth, though?
I've got a badass computer. I can handle it.
I can see screens. Wait, was this how the intro of the Wii, not the Wii version, the PS3 version was? Because I don't remember it being this cool.
This is the DS. Well, yeah, I don't think it's like that on the PS3.
It was just more like, let's do it, title.
I'm so glad I don't have sound on, so I don't have to hear that in Japanese too.
I actually like Drippy's voice actor in Japanese. Makes him sound cooler than he really is.
Rabbits.
Is he also Welsh or something?
See, I remember when the early ages when voice acting was actually in handheld games, how much that blew my mind. Like, there were never anything really that major, but anytime you heard a voice, it just tripped me out. I can't even remember the first game it was, but I remember it freaked me out.
Detroit.
Shit, we can still hear you through Skype.
あ、それと昨日マークが見せたいものがあるって言ってた
That's
けど
even the same cinema.
本当？じゃあ手に入ったんだ。それでマークはどこにいるの？
今さっき配達に出かけたところだからまだその辺にいると思
Glad you
うよ
got your milk and bread, but you can't have any
お母
cheese.
さんによろしくね
わかった。
Oliver does not exist. Oh, there he is.
In the Japanese version, it'd be Uriba.
Oriba.
Uriba. I don't know if he has a particular Japanese name, though, because you mentioned that some names are changed in the English translation.
Yep. Apparently Phil's name is Mark in this.
I don't know if that's a I can't translate Japanese, so we're gonna make it up thing, or they're just like, we gotta add our touches to it.
いやー、オリバーちょうどよかった。
Not this loser.
じゃあおばさんが言ってた見せたいもの。
He's like, Ollie!
今夜じゃあ
じゃあ
But he's sitting there going like, yeah, you want to drive a car I'm inventing? Chase me.
あ、そうだ。早くいい。
I like just skipping through the dialogue. There was voice acting in it, so it would just go like, Joe!
Oh, it's got those little reaction sounds. There's Robo Grandma.
There she is. I mean, the part with, I guess, Mark was voice acted. Just I can't understand any of it, so it doesn't. No point in doing the whole thing.
We'll translate it for you because we've watched much footage of this game. Or obviously we could read Japanese, obviously.
母さん戻ったよ。これ。
Can I have some pancakes?
ありがとうオリバー。
No.
そのテーブルに置いといて。
That's all she said.
No.
That's a lot of words for no.
If you've seen Lost in Translation, you'll learn that the Japanese can say a lot while saying very little.
そういえば
The music is
そうなんだ
exactly the same. It's still really pretty.
Oh boy, I really like sandwiches. No, you don't. But eat it.
よく噛んでね
Son, pick it up. Pick it up.
ごちそうさま
Is he eating the crumbs too?
Looked like he was
I
eating
would
his
hope so.
hand.
母さん行ってくるね行ってらっしゃい
Son, you ate too much of that sandwich. Go to your room. Where are you going?
They're grounded.
Don't even think about driving cars, being that you're 13.
But more likely 10. There's the drippy doll.
Burn it.
I don't need sheets.
Too hard to make graphics where people sleep under the sheets. Bet you can't think of many games where that actually happens.
Super Mario RPG.
Do they sleep under the covers in that?
Yep.
I guess it's easier to make sprites do it.
These are sprites, aren't they?
I don't know how necessarily they edit these ones. I think it's just low poly 3D graphics.
Was this in Super Paper Mario pretty 3D?
こっちだ
Maybe.
Skip this.
Looks like it.
Yes.
But you don't want to see his mom die? Oh, it's not happened yet.
このまま河川敷まで運ぶぞ
Ollie, we gotta rob this guy a little quieter, okay?
Wow, this is exciting.
Weird. Wasn't this part animated?
どっちがじゃん
Mm-hmm.
よ
I think so.
I find it kind of funny that the top has a map for one road and a river.
You might get lost.
おおやったじゃあ
Hey, I get to drive the car I invented. Out of the way, loser.
そんなはずはちゃなんてこ
Bill is fat.
That's when he dropped her baby. When she was full grown. Dangling the little Oliver. I told him he was grounded. Where is he?
I grounded for eating too much.
Look at the size of the bed on the map.
That was a huge fucking bed.
Yep.
Are you controlling her or?
オリバーオリバーどこオリバー
What is she walking around with?
Looks like a towel.
オリバ
She's gonna
Don't know
want
why
to touch her kid with it.
Oliver, have to cover your wound after eating your own hand. So yeah, she died.
ー何
I'm alive
Look
now.
who it is.
Hey.
度も言わすな大妖精の雫様や
Shizuku.
しず
黙ってみろったらほんまめ女お前は今日
Oliver's it?
いや男としてな
Drippies.
え
Oh,
お
I'm about to say Mr. Dorippy. Oh yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
そうか
Wonder what Shizuku means. Probably a combination of different meanings.
いいの
そうなんでこういう
Puns.
どんな世界にもやっぱり
Pun fairy.
奴は人の歯向かってしかし驚いたでなんとお前が限りなく
See, the Japanese, they love puns. Like, they love them, but they usually do it on play of words a little more definition-y. Like it's different than our puns. They'll say words that sound like other words a lot, but they won't just be like, let's pun-ish them, or anything like that. It's still pretty stupid either way.
We do kind of the same in Norway.
Not quite the lowest form of wit, but it's down there.
このせつまり同じさで
母さんが
アリシアさんしかしもし
I remember this one anime where like the whole episode was just about this guy going over to his friend's house and then just dealing with his entire family saying puns, and it's just slowly pissing him off.
Puns are great.
Okay, now we're sick of voice acting.
Where'd you go?
Can you skip this?
But oh,
The interacting with Grippy part.
Honestly, the only negative I can see about doing that is because it's an RPG, the only thing we're going to see is like battles and map walking. But we know what happens in this game, so...
It's not like you understand anything they're saying.
Wow, there's a file that played it pretty long. 99 hours?
yeah. Apparently you
It
only
could've
get
been
one
longer
save
than
file, though.
Oh well.
Sayonara.
It might have been longer than 99 hours, because it looks like that's just max clock.
I think it was, because I played it for a little bit longer than that.
If you played Ni no Kuni, I feel bad for you, son. You played 99 hours, and I bet you feel stupid. Now, here's a question. Slow down. Let's see if Drippy does the spin and fall. Oh.
こんなところに何があるの？
Oh, look, the animated lip flaps.
本？燃えてるよきっと。
いや心配ないマジックマスターは暖炉の火なんかでは燃えません何しろ魔法の本ですからね
そうなの？
おあったで
これが魔法の本？
So did you end up getting the wizard compendium wherever it is?
Yep.
Compendium?
マジック
Got
マ
the
スタ
book.
ー。
Is it pretty well made?
Yep. Pretty cool. Nice and sturdy. And it
See,
pretty
I'd
much
be
looks
willing-
like that.
See, I'd be willing to forego having the game as long as I just had the book, because I'm a bookworm and I would like it. But, oh well. Couldn't read it anyway.
Well, they probably are pretty pictures.
I don't know
Are
what
you
he
supposed to
asked.
name the book?
Ah! There.
Perfect.
You nailed it, Ollie boy!
魔法の杖ないんか
ほん
めん
Ah.
メソ？
さっき
もう
Meh.
Can't knock him over. All over.
They worked hard to animate him falling over. Now, if you stop moving and just see if he does that spin to fall thing. Or are those just stupid things they added to the PS3 version? He does bounce up and down. It looks like you're kicking him like a soccer ball.
この辺で
wish.
長い棒状
何でもいいって。
So from what it looks
わ
like,
かった。
it looks like the characters are low pixie 3D models, and the world itself is just an image. Which I guess allowed a normally 2D DS game to look 3D and smooth. You picked something up. That is pretty good.
I think it's the stick.
Put that down. He just
Really?
no, that's not yours, and throws it into the grass.
Thanks,
Why?
Drippy.
Why did he do that? guess you gotta go get it. Here, fetch boy. I'm not a dog.
Are you sure?
Oh, maybe he's like, you picked the wrong stick. And he's like, oh, they're a good stick.
魔法
Ah.
ほな
Meh. He just communicates by honking.
Robo Grandma. Eh?
Hello. Would you like to do magic? Oh, whoa.
Hey, look, a place we can't go to in the PS3 version. For whatever reason.
To be fair, we did go into it in a, at least a cinematic, but we couldn't go back into it for whatever reason.
Is that Phil?
So yeah, sorry about your mom again. There's Robo Grandma again.
She's
I'm
fucking,
everywhere.
I think she's cloning herself.
こんなところで本当にやるの？
This is an interesting town because you can tell just by kind of the clothing and the look of things that it's designed after like a rustic European look to all the buildings and the cobblestones,
まずはマジックマスターを開くんや
like somewhere in the United Kingdom or somewhere in Western Europe. Or possibly Norway. I haven't seen much Norway-based architecture, admittingly.
If it's frozen over, it's Norway.
Here we go, time to magic it up. Luckily I know just enough katakana to at least find the right page.
I mean, easily enough, he just would have to memorize the shape. Or at least match the katakana that they have up there with the point of the screen.
Oop, too loud. Ooh.
Ooh, girl! I find it interesting that Studio Ghibli has a pretty avid appreciation of Western-style storytelling, especially when it comes to like Western magic and creatures and things like that. I mean, a couple of their movies, like Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away, were very Eastern, but everything else has been pretty Westernly influenced, including this.
I haven't seen many of their films. Are they any good?
I think a lot of it just has to deal with international appeal. Let's make things that everyone can understand. But Howl's Moving Castle is a really good example. Very much inspired by European architecture, and characters tend to wear clothing of usually some kind of early 20th century appeal. Oh wow, this is new.
Why'd they take this out of the
This
PS3
looks-
version?
I don't know. It looks really cool. What they added, you actually get to see all the creatures you will fight later. Because see, remember what they did before? They just cut to this scene, pretty much, where he's out in the field and he gets almost ran over by. Oh, they added that to the PS3 cinematic. I remember that part.
Yeah, they just took one screenshot of that for when you put the disc in.
That does bother me sometimes. 'Cause I know they did the same. They did the same thing with some of the Tales of games, because they thought having anime intros was too silly, so they just had these like really generic sounding music with shots from the opening, and it looks really bad.
They were worried that the Tales game would be too silly.
What's that, Drippy? That's a gravestone, Ollie boy.
Let's get to your own!
Bashes him in the head with a shovel. I'm still curious to see how it looks like when Drippy's actually involved with combat.
じゃね俺それって
Instead of just tossing orbs around.
Is the battle system any different?
I mean, apparently it's one of the primary differences at least, but I feel like he would actually hit people or have spells. Except for Drippy Tears.
Or he just cries on him.
Why? See, it's at least got some, you can tell this game used its lack of power, at least efficiently, where the background's really vivid, but obviously they're still painted, and they just add little graphical enhancements. Things to keep it easy to design, but still pretty.
See you, motherfucker!
Well, thanks for getting here. I'm on my own now. Learn how to cross a river.
Walk. That's your river.
Ow. That fits perfectly with our Oliver.
It's worse at walking on iron.
こっちや
Ah,
He's even scarier in this version.
これが古の
It feels like they walked in him in the middle of doing something bad, and he tried to hide it.
Or deciding where to hide their corpses to.
なんだお前さいえほんな
It's even on the little map.
I wasn't putting on mascara. What are you thinking?
I think I have to do that. Summon a familiar. Nope.
Is that the one?
Let's imagine.
That does suck that you have to use the book. You can't read to be able to do this game.
I could just be doing the completely wrong thing.
It's
Like,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Just test every one sign after another.
What
Heal.
we could
Nope.
what we could also do is look up the familiar sign for the PS3 version.
Well, that's what I'm looking at right now, because the picture is of a guy holding up that little turban creature.
Try the first one again. And I guess the game just hates you.
Well, it was fun having you on the stream. We can't get any farther than this, so.
I'm supposed to draw a fireball first.
Oh, is that what you need to do?
Well, that's obviously what the text says. It's like you're studying for school.
Really, though. Wow, now that I actually have the book in my hands, I could see why they didn't put all of these in the actual game. Or for the PS3 version, at least.
There are more spells in this game than the PS3 one.
Well, I don't know if they put all of these in the DS version, but oh, here we go. Fireball.
Are you going to burn the tree?
He's not your friend anymore.
First use fireball. Ah!
Then use water.
Now use revive.
Nope, still doesn't want that one.
What a bunch of dicks.
Now, if you, I think the fireball one is, I could probably send the image. I'm pretty sure what it is.
Well, I did it.
Oh, you did? Well then. I did it!
And then we do heal next.
Also, you did set something on fire.
Okay, guiding tree, calm down.
Don't angry that you set him on fire.
You're gonna die, Ollie boy.
Alright, beat that defenseless creature with that stick.
This is turn-based. What does that do?
Now, the only problem I imagine here in the future is being able to figure out what attack is what.
Most of them seem to be katakana, so I can figure that out.
Bob!
Bob! Fire Bob! What have you done?
Kill his only friend, I guess.
Like now I create a familiar. Hopefully.
Or first you whack him with a stick again.
Oh, finally.
So in this game, instead of actually selecting a spell, can you draw it on that pad to cast it?
We might have to draw it the first time, but I remember I could pull out the other spells when I tested the game. I can see that why they'd probably want to expand this to a console, because the bit rate is pretty low for this.
I mean, it's a DS game, and it looks a little bit higher quality than a DS game. So, probably stretch the system pretty far.
Wow.
I like that thing. It hit Oliver.
They're called
look at your
imagings.
Imagine?
Like in this, I think the familiars are called like imagine or
Hey, I told you.
imaging, something like that.
Look, this character's your best friend. Watch as he beats you.
I exploded.
Can you capture this thing and name it Totodile? Wait, are you running?
I think they kept the sound effects for the mites.
It looks like they actually have different familiars than there were in the PS3 one. I don't remember that crocodile dude. There's someone from Patreon that wants to join the chat, which might be worth it because I have to leave here in a second.
Sure.
Let's see if I can add them. Yeah.
Oh, not this guy. We haven't talked
See,
to
I
him
did-
since that first time we got to Alma Moon, didn't we?
Exactly. He didn't bother me because he never talked to him, but plus I just imagine this little smear like, yes, what do you want to do?
I forget what that thing is.
It's like a helper stone. If you get lost, just ask him for hints.
And that's gonna do the deco in this version.
That tree has seen some shit.
He's looking
Yeah.
at some shit.
Alright, guys, I gotta go. I actually have to go to another class, so I shall talk to you folks later.
Alright.
See ya.
See you, man.
See ya.
Hey, Max.
Hey.
Alright, well, so far this game seems to be even more linear than the PS3 version. Oh, that's what Trippy was asking me to name my save file. I just look at it just like I screamed into my saving book.
It should be a pretty great way to save. Just yell at the tombstone.
Well, yelling at it seems rather appropriate for all of them.
It's a gravestone. I don't think it's gonna answer you back anyway.
Okay.
Fair enough.
If it does, you're probably fucked.
It's interesting to see a game with a formation battle system. I haven't seen that for a little while now.
It's almost a shame I don't know how to utilize it.
I don't know, using the other two as meat shields seems appropriate.
Protect the important one.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit. We're down to Oliver being the important one.
For now.
I guess it's more a case of protect the glass cannon. Once, you know, Ollie Boy can actually cast stuff that's useful.
That might is doing its work though.
They'll just give you Mornstar at the start of the game.
Might as well. Might actually help me.
Except you couldn't afford it. Because it's 20 MP, if I recall correctly.
Beat up the nerd.
Can you rename your monsters in this one too?
I don't think so. Sound like you screamed out, Shadar!
Which one of them did?
Nothing.
This goes a lot faster than fighting in the PS3 version.
Probably because you don't have to couple with the actual movement in the fight.
God damn it. So I'm actually beating something to death with a stick.
Mm-hmm.
As any hero should. What the fuck is that green thing?
I don't know, but I'm fireballing it first.
Just to be safe.
Dumple. There we go. I don't care what it's actually called, I'm still calling it Dumple.
Seems appropriate. Although it appears to be a lot more likable than the Domple.
But nobody dislikes the Dumple.
At least not this version.
A lot of people are saying that they think Shadar won't be in this because he was... Most of his cutscenes were with the White Witch in the PS3 version. But keep in mind, those cutscenes were made for the PS3. The DS has its own in-game cutscenes. And apparently they took out some of the Ghibli animated cutscenes. So I'm sure the story plays out differently.
Yes, Shadar becomes even more melodramatic.
I don't see the problem.
I have an acting degree.
Yes, and he majored in chewing the scenery.
And you did it majorly. Wow. I didn't expect to be effective at this game.
It's a good thing basic RPG rules transcend language.
Oh, hello. Fat a lot of good that did you.
Die.
I think I might be coming up on the boss already. Yeah, I'm gonna pull back a little bit because there was this side path that I didn't take. Whoa.
Nice moves. Not quite as nice moves.
Oh, it's just a blue chest, and I can't open that.
Good thing you went back to check.
Man, Drippy's actually kicking ass.
It feels weird to see Drippy actually be fighting. And, you know, being useful at it.
Weird that his only attack is bitch slapping.
I don't know, that seems appropriate for him.
行くよみんな行くぞ
God damn.
Dumple, of course, is just stealing the spotlight right now.
I don't think you can steal something you always had.
行くよみんな
That salamander thing is just
The
nothing.
derp salamander.
Died by backhanding.
Basically just gonna grind until I can one-shot everything.
Until... kind of already are.
行くよみんな行くぞ
Well, that didn't take long.
やったね
Yeah, I think you're ready for the boss when Drippy can rub his nose at things and they die.
Yep, there he is. My back hurts.
Might be because you have a forest on it.
My photosynthesis.
Does yelling in your face count as sass though?
Started playing the music for a second there, I thought it was playing Zelda boss music.
Do you think he's weak to fire?
I'd expect so. Let's double take the fall. You can take it. Actually, let's get Dumple up to the side and let Drippy take some more damage.
Because fucking...
Oh yeah, I didn't like that.
Very few things likes being set on fire.
See what that does.
How is that thing?
Not much.
Probably an area attack.
I love the idea that I can just let Drippy be my meat shield.
Yep. You're already utilizing the formation system correctly.
Doesn't like Drippy either. Ooh, do I get to do a special attack?
No, you just trip and fall over.
Oh, no I don't. Dumple took my kill.
Magic Kill Stealer.
That was a lot faster than the fight in the PS3.
Yeah, you're actually efficient in this game.
It may be because of the difference in combat systems as well, remember?
Yeah.
This time you're not spending a lot of time running around collecting drippy things and wondering why he's not actually throwing stuff at you, instead of just throwing it anywhere.
And also you do way less damage.
Hmm.
Or enemies have way more HP.
Maybe that too.
Probably also because the HP and magic is all separated between us. We're not all sharing the same MP and health.
And you can
That too.
jump out and smack things with your stick.
So you've got more sources of damage, more health, and of course things actually move faster because you're not actually spending time running around.
And you can use meat shields,
And you can use meat shields.
like Drippy. Is that some fucked up big rhinoceros beetle?
It's more like half rhinoceros, half armadillo.
See, this game is immediately better just because I can use Drippy to block attacks from other characters. That alone just gets so many points in his favor.
I'm trying to look for gins in the forest.
Yeah, let's see. There's a forest over here. Oh, there's turkeys chasing me.
The fuck is that dancing thing? Is it a mushroom? No.
It's some type of bird.
Actually, I think it's some type of moth.
They're birds in the PS3 version, it's just they've got these weird head feathers.
Yeah, it just looked weird because the way the patterns on it was more reminiscent of a moth or something like that.
Turkey, leave me alone.
But the turkey loves you.
Yeah, they look like really tiny chicks.
It's weird because those head things, the way it reacted when you hit it, looked more like wings than an actual head.
Yeah, could be actually.
Drippy fell asleep.
What a shame.
Or not.
Or
Did they try to put him asleep?
it looked like it. Interesting. So when it catches you off guard,
You're out of formation.
along with them getting the first attack.
Bit reminiscent of Evolution Worlds, actually, with that. Except that you're out of formation instead of just having your formation reversed, so your protected people are actually at the front and are the meat shields.
Get revenge.
If you hear any loud drinking sounds, that's a dog, just so you know.
Ah, I was wondering about that.
It's the loudest fucking dog I know.
I got lettuce, just hanging out in the field. Ding a dog a dill.
Wow, he looks like he's on crack.
And I think we've got our first side quest.
どうやら
抜けが
いやお決まっとジャボは自分にハムか次はイニシエの木の旦那にもろたトレビンを使ってじゃひとまずそれ俺あいつはも
People are saying Shadar's Japanese name is Jabo.
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 I prefer Shadar.
Or actually, since the Japanese would be more Jabo, but yeah.
It sounds like a clown.
I'm pretty sure Shadar could get away with being a clown.
Jabo the Hoot.
Well, some clowns are real hoots, so...
No, it's Jabo Jabo.
俺はどうしたんだおお
Those are some stupid fucking helmets.
That spear is very inefficient.
Are they spears? I don't see any edge on them.
No, there is, but it's almost impossible to see. You can see it's. You can see the pixel. It's a pixel, and it's changing color, shade slightly.
Fantastic. Is there an item to the side?
Pardon?
I think there's an item to the side.
Yes, there is.
Just a
Well, there
pot.
wasn't. It was just a pot.
Yeah, like
It's
in
an
this,
item,
you
it's
check
just that
pots
all of-
just by breaking them.
It's an item. It's just that Oliver doesn't know how to pick up pots without breaking them.
Or it's like Lincoln just fucking hates pots.
All that.
I mean, fuck that one. It looked like, what the hell is that? And barrels. Fuck barrels.
He's pretty strong. He smashes barrels just by touching them with his right hand.
This Oliver is already better than the PS3 one. He beat crocodiles to death with sticks and breaks vases.
Foreign people look weird.
I don't know. I still say their clothes look more normal than Oliver's, but I've always thought that Oliver's outfit was weird when you started the game.
Maybe they're just not used to nerds.
I just stole someone's jar of honey.
Oh good, you're already turning into Link.
Oh, not...
Oh, it's the owl thing.
Oh yeah, I hear that shopping there's a real hoot.
I still like the pun.
Don't worry, I was already beaten to puns by Malice Toaster. Talking about purchasing some fish.
think that lady's on catnip. What did I pick up? Just a coin?
That was some beggar secret savings.
It's a ghost! Be polite.
No. Just are those giant rats on the top of the thing?
They're probably like cats. I don't know. I didn't see what you're referring to.
It looked like giant screaming rats at the top of the castle. Do you have any idea what you're supposed to do here?
Just follow the map. Presumably, I'm getting the new clothes. Woo!
It looks like he's on something.
Don't know how much of this I will actually do, but take it for now.
Look at it this way, since it's in Japanese, you can't understand all the painful puns.
Which is a shame.
On the other hand, though, that means that we need to fill in that silence.
Yeah, I'll leave that to you.
I'm not close enough to being a Brit to pun appropriately.
I could use Norwegian puns, but then I would have to explain them.
Still don't know what they want.
Did you accept the quests at the board thing?
I did, but I don't know what he asked for.
It's a good thing this is in Japanese and so understandable.
No, she doesn't want me talking to her. She wants nothing to do with me.
You haven't told enough puns, Oliver, to fit in.
Need a pun to earn your politeness. Oh god, that guy. I think I know what I have to do. Nope. I'm just kind of mashing my face against everything until something happens.
Someone recommended the quartermaster.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to find him. Here he is. He has nothing to give me.
Can you say that again? Adobe is licking my ear and I can't really hear you.
Am I just cleaning graffiti now?
Yes. That's the extent of your superpowers. Cleaning graffiti.
You always need great magic to do it. These dirty peasants don't have soap.
Or water.
This sure is fast-paced.
Yep, at the moment I'm feeling like I can't really do anything.
Are there any English guides?
I mean, I've been streaming for about a little over an hour and a half. Oh, this person needs something.
What?
Is the eternal question. And I did it. I don't know what I did, but I just finished this guy's side quest by talking to him.
Those are some really hard side quests. So you done what? Graffiti cleaning and pep talk?
Can't believe I'm figuring this out just by fumbling my way through it. I'm gonna attempt talking to the owl lady one more time. Here we go.
Finally.
Just like Drippy's constantly saying, finally she's talking to us about something useful.
Why'd I go back inside? I was already in there.
At least the arrow's working.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is something new to the, or at least unique to the DS version. What happens when you go to an inn for the first time?
Flashbacks. Yay.
I mean, this cutscene is in the PS3 version, but
It's animated, I believe, in the PS3 version.
yeah.
母さん母さん
Okay, never mind.
母さん
So did he explode his own mom?
Oh, looks like we don't need to come up with puns after all. Twitch chat is perfectly happy to take care of that for us.
Thank you, Twitch.
Thank you, Twitch.
Well, this was more of a mess than I thought it would be, admittedly.
It's a Japanese game. What do you expect?
Yeah.
And none of us can read it.
I figure next time I'll try and find some people who can read some Japanese. Maybe
can
coordinate
only-
with them.
Sit
Might
there
be
with a
better.
dictionary.
I can only read bits and pieces of it, and I'm useless with the actual kanji.
But I think we'll come back to this at a later date. Possibly. I did spend $40 on it, so...
Make use of it.
You spent $40 on a game you don't understand?
Well, I am brilliant. So,
Obviously, yes.
Clearly.
but we'll come back to this later.